You're watching Up North at 4. It's Thursday, May 14th. Grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee because it's tea time here in the North Woods. Now, big decisions were made yesterday with the Wisconsin Supreme Court, and not everybody agrees with that decision. Now, today we'll speak to people on both sides about how the North Woods should proceed with the pandemic. And joining us live now, the owner of Minocqua Brewing Company and a new candidate running for Assembly, Kirk Bangstad. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey Kirk. All right, Kirk, we have lots of questions. You ready?
Shoot, brother.
All right. So in your opinion, was this decision yesterday by the High Court politics or leadership?
Politics.
How come?
So if you look, I mean, Jeff, would you agree with me that this virus has killed a lot of people around the world?
Yeah, I'm not sure the exact number, but it's killing people, yes.
Yeah. So this virus is not a hoax. This virus kills people. I'm a religious guy. I'm not terribly religious. I'm a religious guy. If I think that when people die with sickness, their souls die. You know, these are people. These are not people who buy beer. These are not people who just buy vodka. These are people who have souls that when they die, their loved ones are very sad.
Absolutely.
So I think if we actually thought about this thing as a dangerous disease that has killed over 80,000 people in the United States of America, probably way undercounted, multiply that by tons of countries, I mean, this is serious. And so the Supreme Court, we're the only state in the union that the Supreme Court overturned an emergency act by the governor. I mean, we are the laughingstock of the entire country right now.
Kirk, if you could change this, what would you suggest the best route?
I mean, it's pretty easy. I'm not a scientist, but all you have to do is look at the countries who have contained the virus. So you've seen all these things in all these papers where we're going like this on the curve, and the top of the curve is where you have, daily people getting infected, more and more people. Well, the people like South Korea, like New Zealand and Germany, they're over the top. They're going down like this, which means they've contained the virus. So once you've contained it, then you can start doing stuff. Then you can start testing. Then you say, okay, open up restaurants, but make sure that once they go to a restaurant, if they are sick, they can get tested right away.
Yeah.
Once they get tested, and we need to call every last person that went to that restaurant who, at the same day as that person who's sick, and say, listen, you got to get tested. Once they're tested, if they got it, then you got to go on quarantine for a couple of days until 14 days or whatever, until you're not sick anymore. That's what has to happen if you want to, you've gotten over the curve. Now you can make it so it doesn't shoot up again by following the people who have the virus and by making sure that they're, staying home. That's what's done in every country that's successful. United States, guess where we're at? We're still going this way. Guess where Illinois is at? Still going this way, but flattening. Guess where Wisconsin's at? Still going this way, but flattening. We're not there yet. We can't open up yet until we're down and we have enough tests and contact tracing capabilities to contain.
Yeah, you mentioned Illinois. Illinois has 85,000 cases right now. Wisconsin has about 10,000. We're about to open everything up. What keeps you up at night when we're talking about all those people from Illinois traveling north to Wisconsin in the coming weekends?
Listen, without the tourists from Illinois, Minocqua would be dead. So I love the tourists from Illinois. I want them to come up here. But what I'm worried about is we got 10,000 cases in Wisconsin, but you got 85,000 cases in Illinois. So there's hot spots in Chicago. Guess where our tourists are coming from? The Chicagoland area. So there's a much higher likelihood that, and if they're shut down, guess what? If they're shut down in Illinois and they've got a second home here, then of course they're going to come up here. So now we've got people that have a higher percentage of actually having the virus coming to their second homes. I'm happy if they stay at their second homes, by the way, because they own these homes. I just don't think that we should all be mixing in bars and getting drunk and potentially sneezing in a fan and then have 200 million droplets of virus just parse out to the entire bar because your AC is on and somebody just sneezed in front of it.
Yeah, and you own a tavern. The Tavern League was quick to come to the tavern side to open them up recently. How do you propel social distancing in a tavern after your patrons have had a few beers in them?
Also, Kirk, we're running very low on time,
Oh.
so this must be quick.
Okay, so you can't, and Bob Swearengen's gonna come and talk to me after this and say it's perfectly okay, and he is lying to you because it's more important for him as a Tavern League lobbyist and senator and assemblyman to sell beer and sell booze than to care about the health of Wisconsinites.
Kirk, thank you so much for joining us today.